What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. It has been a minute, you guys. Your boy has been working behind the scenes, man, hustling, grinding, doing stuff. It feels good to be back in front of the real camera. Last video I made, which was on the 369 SXE turbo install about 3 weeks ago, about 2-3 weeks ago, I didn't have this camera, which is it opens my eyes to let me know how grateful I am, or how, you know, I got a good camera at the end of the day. So today, you guys, bringing some hot content. We coming in hot. We ain't baby stepping, nothing like that. We're gonna be doing a AIRDOG 5G 220 GPH install today on the channel. I believe, to my knowledge, this is probably one of the first AIRDOG 5Gs that are YouTubers making, not, you know, from AIRDOG or anything like that. But once again, you guys, we're going to be installing the AIRDOG 5G, which I'm extremely excited about. There are some interesting and new things about this AIRDOG that's different from the previous ones, on top of little tiny, very tiny little things in terms of installation. I'll explain it in the video. I hope you guys enjoy it. Please like, smash, hit the like button, smash the subscribe button, comment, all that good stuff, you guys. It's been a minute, so you know, I gotta work myself back into the groove. But we here in a dually. We about to go over to the hobby shop right now. I got all the tools in the back. I went and picked up a yellow diesel can because I didn't have one, so I was like, I want one. We got the AIRDOG there, and over there behind that box we got something from Beans, because, you know, I can't all or nothing, you know what I'm saying? So we got the stuff set up for that. So we're gonna be doing a lot of stuff today, so hopefully we can bust it out, get it done. I can give you guys my final thoughts. So thank you for joining. I will see you guys here in a second once we get there and get. All right, we got the old pig set up now. So we come back here. I got the truck lifted up on jack stands because this truck is obviously stock height. It's super low, and I plan to drop the tank to pull the basket and to put the sump in, so it just makes it easier to take out. So you come over here, we got Beans diesel fuel sump. Shout out to Beans, hooking it up once again, never fail. We're gonna be running their fuel sump. I ran it on my 3rd gen, loved it, no leaks, no issue. 1 bolt install, comes with provided all the hardware you need, which is actually cool. Is it comes with a 5/8 bulk fitting, because you're gonna need that for if you're gonna be running these 220 AIRDOGs. So over here, this is it, y'all. AIRDOG 2 5G 220 GPH. You see it right here in the flesh. So for you guys wondering, you know, if I got an AIRDOG 2 4G, or, you know, if I have a previous AIRDOG, do I need to run out and grab this? And the answer is no, you don't. The 4G is still going to be continued in their lineup. It's an excellent, proven lift pump. I've ran it for years, and it's a good pump. Now, what is the difference between 5G and the previous 4G? Well, basically, and I'm going to be reading this off their website because I ain't no engineer, but basically it has an integrated diagram fuel pressure regulator from a betting man. That's what this is going to be right here. They also, for the 220 models, so for the Cummins right now you can only get the 220s, but they should have the 165s down the road. This is a 5/8 opening, y'all. This is massive, okay? It even comes with the provided massive draw straw for 5/8. So kicker for this is, if you're gonna run this, you need to make sure whatever sump you run has a suction fitting that's a 5/8 diameter, okay? If it's not a 5/8 diameter, you're gonna be stricken in this system, all right? So we got that. This is going to replace the previous AIRDOG 2 4G 200 GPH. This is a 220 GPH. You got that. They also upgraded the wiring, so now you have 12 gauge wiring, which is actually thicker. It's going to be less prone. They also upgraded the electrical connectors on here, which is going to make it less prone to heating up and potentially burning up your harness, because we all know if the harness burns up, the pump turns off, which leaves you stranded. Let's see, what else was it? It still maintains the variable demand flow, so basically it's going to use as much fuel as it needs, and whatever's not used is going to return back to the tank. And there was something else too on here. Oh, it has larger porting. There we go, that's what it was, larger porting, so which means less cavitation. If you don't know what cavitation is, basically the filters suck themselves in. It cavitates, it collapses, all right? Never had that issue with a 4G, but still. So at the end of the day, y'all, this is a sick pump. We're gonna get on the truck. I'm not gonna waste any more time. installing this AIRDOG is very simple, straightforward. It just takes time. That's the only thing. AIRDOG does have an actual step-by-step tutorial video how to install it on these trucks, but you guys know me, I'm gonna still be here with y'all, give y'all little tips and stuff. All hardware is included. Fuel line, which is black now. Harness, one more thing I forgot to mention, warranty card. All right, it's very important that you install the warranty card or fill out the warranty card, mail it to them. I believe you can also do it online too. That way this pump is warranted, okay? Because if you do not register this pump, they're not going to honor the lifetime warranty. So you still have a lifetime warranty with the pump, but still, you know what I'm saying, you don't want to screw yourself out of an expensive pump because you didn't register it, you know what I'm saying? So just keep that in mind. So with that being said, truck's already jacked up. We're going to go ahead. I'm going to start taking it. I'm going to drop the tank, drain the fuel, drop the tank, and then start assembling, setting up the pump. It's very simple, you guys. You guys will see what I'm talking about. All right, y'all, so for the bracket, so far this is what it should look like. This is gonna go against your frame, and then that other plate right there, that black one, is gonna be on the inboard side of, or outboard, depending on how you orient your AIRDOG, and it's gonna be on the other side, okay? So this is what we're looking at right here. Got everything all buttoned up. Now I'm gonna take y'all underneath, and we're gonna mount this to the frame using those hardware, those bolts, with that. So depending on how you're gonna install your pump, for me, I'm doing my pump on the outside. So I got the back plate on the back side. I already went ahead and pre-installed the long bolts. Yeah, right there. Pre-installed long bolts. Now I'm gonna go ahead and get the pump, and I'm gonna mount the pump to the outside, and it's gonna get sandwiched to the frame, okay? All right, y'all, so I went ahead, I dropped the def tank, completely removed it. AIRDOG is mounted inboard now. So for these 5G 220s, the feed port coming from the tank to the AIRDOG, it needs to be facing it. I'm assuming that has to do with the path of flow, at least the resistance, because it's going to be sucking a lot of fuel. So went ahead and got this on the inboard side. Now what I'm going to go ahead and do, drop the tank. All right, go ahead, come up here to your injection pump on the 6.7s. You're gonna go ahead and disconnect that feed line right there. That's the stock feed line coming from the tank to the injection pump. You're gonna go ahead and take that fitting that's on off and put the AIRDOG provided fitting on, and make sure you put the O-ring on it as well. And that's what it should look like. You might have to take off, or you're gonna have to take that return fitting off right there. Take it off so you can get a wrench or a socket in there, and then once you swap the fittings, just put it back on. Make sure you don't drop that lower banjo washer. Don't drop that, or the washer, don't drop that down there, because that's gonna sunk. Now, time to drop the tank. All right, so I went ahead, busted a hole underneath the tank. I got her draining. It's not a lot of fuel in there, shouldn't be, probably like 3 gallons. Gonna let that drain, and then I'm probably gonna leave that like that. Or actually no, I'll drain the hole all the way through. And we're gonna drop the tank. In the meantime, I'm gonna get underneath here, and I'm gonna try to unplug those lines and the connector up top. That way when it's time to drop the tank, it ain't gonna be in the way. But I'll let you guys know how that goes. All right, you guys, I went ahead and got the tank off now. So the tank's out. It was a fight. This clip right here, all these clips were bad. It was hard getting them out, but I just went ahead and popped off the retaining ring. Now when you pull this out, you want to make sure you pull it straight, and then you're gonna cant it so you can get the basket, the sender out like such. Don't want to damage that float, because that is the float for your tank. We'll get that cleaned up. We're gonna have to do some work on this, so I'm gonna get this over to the bench, get this cleaned up, and then we'll get this fixed up. Alright, so I went ahead and removed the stock fuel pump. So when you think, you're thinking about doing a fuel pump upgrade, think about that, because that should be getting, it's nasty. And then you come down there, look at all that crap. So the only wires you won't cut are going to be the blue wires, because that goes to your fuel sending unit. So do not cut those wires, and do not damage this float. You can cut the lines up here, you can cut those, you can cut your fuel lines. I might cut these as close as I can get, I don't know, it doesn't really make a difference. To get the fuel pump out, the basket that holds it, I just get some dikes and just cut all 3 corners off, cut them off. So now what I'm going to go ahead and do is I'm going to modify this pump. I'm actually going to remove the bottom screen. I'm going to use a Dremel, or I'm probably just going to punch that out, and then because what's going to happen is your beans diesel sump is going to be sitting underneath of that. So we're gonna knock that out real quick. Alright, now this is how your basket should look before you go to put it back in your truck. Got it all cleaned up. I also went ahead and drilled some holes around the basket just to kind of help fuel get in there quicker, I guess. But yeah, make sure it's cleaned up. Clean up all your burrs and stuff from down there. Get her nice and pretty. We're ready to... Yo, alright you guys, so we're underneath the tank right now. This is where I drill my hole out. So for reference, when you come underneath your tank, you're gonna see these 2 lines here. This is where your sending unit sits at in the tank. So what I did earlier, and I didn't film it, I apologize, but I went ahead and used the provided drill bit that comes with the Beans diesel sump kit. Right here, I have the Beans diesel sump, 1-bolt sump, 2 mains. You can either use the ports for feed and return from the lift pump, or you can use
both for feeds if you're sending massive fuel to the engine, or you can just use one like I'm going to do as a, one will be a feed, which is the fitting that's on here. The other one will be a plug that I'll install once I tighten this feed down. I didn't show installing this plate, but legitimately when you, it's a half moon plate, when you drill the hole out, clean up the burrs around it, and then orient this opening right here where the half moon's at, right here, orient that in the same orientation where your bean sump is going to be pulling fuel in, okay? So you got the big peanut, you got the peanut bowl, and then you got this return one. Use this one for your feed. So whatever, this is where the fuel will be getting sucked from, and this would be returned if you're going to run a return to it, which you can do. And you can see that it's walled off, so that way it doesn't interfere with suction. So some people say, well, I want to run a certain type of sump because I don't want interference with it. Dropped my O-ring. I don't want interference, etc. But you don't have to worry about that with the bean sump. Also, what's tight with the bean sump is they provide multiple fittings. So for example, this is a 5/8 OD or a 5/8 ID, inner diameter, 5/8 suction fitting. So what that means is because I'm running the AIRDOG 5G, the 220 series, it requires a 5/8 fuel line instead of the traditional, I think it's, I don't even remember, half inch. Yeah, half inch. So it comes with the kit, so I didn't have to go out and buy any extra parts, okay? So I only run bean sumps, never had an issue with leaking, comes with everything I need, highly recommend it. Info will be down below along with the coupon code, all right? So I'm gonna go ahead and install this now. Make sure I ain't got no dirt on my O-ring. Set that up. And all you do, once again, come up here. Put that there. I do have a dedicated video showing how to install one of these, if this isn't suffice. Alright, all I gotta do now is just run it down, run the feed to the AIRDOG up there, and we good. Alright you guys, so I went ahead, got the sump, and everything's all buttoned up now. I'm gonna just do a once over because it's getting dark outside. Do a once over, check everything, should be tight, hopefully no leaks. No leaks when
We add diesel to her. I can clip these later, I'm not worried about that. Once again, 5/8 feed line. So this is the feed line going from AIRDOG, from fuel sump to the lift pump. From the lift pump, you got your return, and you got your feed going to the injection pump, the CP3. I gotta put the water filter on. But yeah, man, this is the AIRDOG 5G. Zip tied the wiring up out the way, making sure it does not get in the way with the front drive shaft. All the way up. So I'm gonna do a once over, add some fuel, and fire this pig up. Went ahead and pre-filled water separator filter with diesel. Let's put that on now. Ooh, man. All right. We out here filling up. Drop a comment how much you paying for diesel. Y'all see what I'm paying out here in San Diego right now. And this is actually cheap because it's on base. But we're going to top her off all the way. See how much it takes to fill her up. Also went ahead and decided to treat her because I haven't done it yet. I like this stuff. This stuff's good, man. This and their EDT is a good fuel additive. But this is the extreme clean. So you run this only like I think every 5 to 8,000 miles or 6,000 miles. So I just poured that in there. Let this thing do its job. Got a bunch of crap in the back. old def tank, etc. Pump's going kind of fast. But yeah, you guys, man, this job was wild because I thought it was going to take a certain amount. Of time. You know, I've done plenty of AIRDOGs in the past, lift pumps. I've done them on this truck, Power Strokes, and Duramaxes. But this truck, man, I don't know what it was. I think the biggest thing was the dropping the fuel tank. If you ever had to drop it on, I don't know if the long bed dualies are like this. I don't know what it was, man. It's just, there's not a lot of room up there. And the filler neck is it's an SOB. It sucks. So I'm gonna see if this caps out at 85. It's at $75 right now, and it's only 17 gallons of fuel in it. This is getting crazy. All right, y'all. Once I top her off, I'll see where we finish off. So finally, it was 36 the second time. So 36 plus 85. I don't know, what is that, like over 100 and 120, 115 ish, maybe. Still cost a lot. Fill up one time. What is going on, everybody? All right, I'm back. So AIRDOG is officially installed. The truck runs great. Couple instant differences right off the bat. Just like all other AIRDOGs, like, you will notice a difference, especially in the throttle response, the pedal response. It's a lot more responsive. It seems like I don't have to touch the pedal. I don't have to give it as much pedal to get the same amount of power out of it. I don't know if that makes any sense, but it definitely is a noticeable difference. I like it. I love it. This unit's awesome. It also helps smooth out, I don't know what's going on. I might have some old injectors or what, but it also helps smooth out some small vibrations I had before I did the pump. And I don't know if I have the clip of it, but I know for a fact when I took off the original, the fuel basket, there was a bunch of crud down there and stuff. So I know for a fact if it was crud there, some of it had to make its way up front. So with the new AIRDOG on, it definitely quieted down. I'm digging it, man. I'm digging it 100%. I'm telling you guys right now. It's been, honestly, you guys, it's been like a week. It's been like a week since I put the AIRDOG on. I put it on. I finished it, I think, last Wednesday, not the Wednesday that just left. So it's been about a week and a half, actually. All I had to do was film the outro, close out the video, man. But you guys have been swamped like ungodly the last couple weeks. But yeah, man. So we got a lot more stuff, you guys. I'm gonna be dropping a unboxing. I have tons of stuff in the garage, you guys. I'm gonna be dropping an unboxing video on a bunch of stuff, just to kind of catch everybody up to the channel. It's been like a month since I dropped the video, so I think the last video I dropped was when I did the S369 turbo, which that turbo is still in the truck doing awesome. I've been daily driving the truck now, giving the Impala a break. And yeah, you guys, I mean, this is it, man. AIRDOG is an awesome win. I will have links to AIRDOG's website in terms of which one to buy. You really can't go wrong with 165. That's like the go-to. 165 to 4G, or you can do 220 GPH 5G. But even the 4G models, I had a 4G on my last truck, works awesome, you guys. So with that, my camera's about to die, so I'm gonna go ahead and end this video. Thank you guys so much for joining. Like, comment, subscribe, share. I will see you guys soon. Take